Sorry, FC. Whatever. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Forge here, and I'm joined by Maddennkingg again. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
I'm pretty fine, thank you. No, so where we left off, we were talking about the Eagles Saints game. I think we both shared on that. So moving along, we have the one second, I lost my spot. We have the number 5 San Francisco 49ers playing. And I think he had a great last game. You know, coming seriously uterus.
There's no good reason he should give up a return like this. You practice all week long. Just wrap the kid up already.
Yeah, but don't forget about the elusiveness of the returner. He made guys miss, and then he had the speed to break it wide open.
In the playoffs, it was a big deal, considering they didn't have a great record. They signed Matt Flynn, came back on the Cowboys, our favorite team, and just oh, it's not my favorite team, but you know, Shipley. Okay.
Well, and they lost Rodgers for 7 weeks, and it did affect first a broken collarbone. Whenever he came back, they just kind of took off from where they were before. So their defense hasn't been too explosive this year, although I have not watched them very much. So
yeah, I haven't kept up with the 49ers, but I'm still saying the Packers. From what I've watched them, like we said, they seem to have a pretty good offense this year. You can't tell we're actually playing this game live. We're not just commentating over it. So, yeah, we're playing this live. So whatever. And then the last game is going to be another AFC wildcard round. It's going to be the number 6 Chargers at the number 3 Bengals. The Chargers barely made the playoffs as well. They were barely able to make it. They came back on, who was it, the Chiefs? Yeah, they came back on the Chiefs and won, which it wasn't even a big deal because the Chargers were playing for playoffs, and the Chiefs were playing to preserve players for playoffs. So that's how that is. So I think that the Bengals, Andy Dalton and the Bengals are going to end up winning that one. They still have a pretty good defensive line. So I like their defense against the Chargers offense. I would plan on probably. I'm trying to think of my words here. And your quarterback's gonna be nice. I'm thinking, what's his name? Quarterback. Phillip Rivers.
I'm gonna have to go with San Diego. Honestly, they're definitely due, and they've been working hard all year. And anyway,
it's Ryan Tannehill, by the way. The backup this year was Ryan Tannehill.
But yeah, they're due definitely. Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates are just eating it up this year, and they worked hard to get into the playoffs. And I don't think they're just gonna go out in the first round.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of hope. That's a nice pose. It's breakdancing. But it's not that I don't like the Chargers. They work hard, yes, but I don't think that Phillip Rivers is going to get the job done. I think he's going to choke. And what the heck? Fumblerooski. I don't think they're going to be able to get it done. Moving on. So
what's
the
going
AFC
on with
divisional round?
Carolina.
We'll get to that later. So it's going to be Broncos versus blank. Now, I don't know exactly what game that is. Do you know?
No, I think somebody's still going for the wild card spot right now. No. I think that's why.
No, it's to be determined because the wild card gets on the starting game.
Exactly.
Oh, whatever. So anyway, the Broncos are going to probably end up playing. If I'm correct in saying this, I might not be, but get out of here, get rest. I think that means they're going to be playing between Kansas City and the Colts. And I had the Chiefs winning that one.
Definitely the Chiefs in that.
Yeah, between that game. But when they go to play the Broncos, Broncos are going to beat them. I mean, they've done it all year. You know, it's not. Really?
Yeah, they're 2-0 against Kansas City right now.
Come on. That's so fun. Whatever. Yeah, they're 2-0 against Kansas City this year. So I think the Broncos are going to easily win that. And then you have the Patriots versus the... Oh, we had a split. So it would either be Patriots versus the Chargers or the Bengals. So I guess the Chargers...
Definitely going to have to go with the Patriots.
For sure. They don't have a lot of weapons on offense this year at all. If you like, Tom Brady has worked the best that he can with that team, and he's carrying the team, basically, in my opinion. He doesn't have any big wide receivers. He doesn't have any running. His running back is not fantastic. You say what you want about Ridley, I don't find him amazing. So, yeah, let me out of the end zone. That's gay. I was trying to run to the one, dude.
You should have ran him.
I tried to. Momentum, whatever.
Now they have a two-point
Something
lead,
don't pause
all
it.
because of that safety.
Forcing a safety to give your team the
I
lead
think he
and
just
get the
wanted
ball
it
back is
70
what some of
yards.
these defensive players dream of.
But yeah. So if the Patriots ended up playing the Chargers, I'm definitely going to go with the Patriots on that one.
Yeah, they took the
If they
ball
can
right off the
somehow
field.
muscle
This
by
defense needs to
the
find a way to
number
slow
3
these guys
Bengals
down.
in the wild card round, then they're going to get destroyed. Now the Bengals, on the other hand, I think they might have a chance, but I think that the Patriots are still going to be able to deliver. So they're not going to be able to really do much on that. So, in my opinion, Patriots all the way.
The officials march off 15 yards against the defense.
And when the quarterback releases
The
the
last
football, you can't do that kind of
thing,
stuff.
the
It's bad for
NFC
your team,
division,
and it makes you look
you
like
have
a
the
fool.
Seahawks are the number 1 seed in there,
First down, 10
and
yards
they're
to
going
go.
to be playing, in my opinion,
They're in the shotgun with 3 wide
Packers.
receivers.
Seahawks, amazing team this year. They've done phenomenal. They have a baseball player on their team.
Completes it,
So,
but he can't shake the
like,
defense. Short pass there.
if you guys didn't know, Russell
There's
Wilson
nothing wrong with
got
nickel and
signed
diming
by
them down the field.
the Texas Rangers, just I don't know, just to have them, I guess, something
From the
like that.
18-yard line. It's
So I
second down.
personally believe that they are going to end up winning that game. Not because of Russell Wilson being a quarterback,
Might have been some
pitcher or
early
anything,
movement
just for kicks. I think Seahawks are going to stay number 1.
They got a little
What do
bit
you think
antsy
on
out
that
there
game?
on that one.
Well, if I had
Seahawks
those big
or
hogs
we
lined
said
up on the other
Packers?
side of the ball,
I'm going to go with the
I'd be a little
Seahawks on that
antsy
one.
too.
I mean, Rodgers is coming out, but definitely Russell Wilson's been on this year, and their defense has been doing really well. So
For sure, their pass rush is pretty good. So it's going to be hard for that O-line to be able to withstand the constant barrage of
A gain of 6.
the
It was a great job of getting away from the
Seahawks.
pressure, and
So-
they ended up getting 6 yards on the play.
and then the last game is going to be the Panthers versus, who did we pick? We had split between the Eagles and the Saints. So if it's the Saints, I think that's going to be a great game. Either team really, because they both have explosive offenses. Nick Foles has been doing a great job this year, and so I haven't really seen a lot of explosiveness out of Drew Brees, but I still believe that he's gonna do really good.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina's been on that massive win streak that they had going on. They had like an 8-win streak or something like that at one point.
Yeah, and then they came back on who was it?
Decent kick.
They came back on somebody at the very end, and I don't know who it was. I forgot.
Big Junkie. Oh god, you can't get the McChunkster. All right, And then that would go to the AFC Championship game. And who did we have? We had the Broncos and the Patriots as our team to win it. So, or as the AFC Championship game. And in that game, I'm going to, even though the Patriots won in that very first, or was it their first or their second? I think they only met once in the regular season, but the Patriots ended up winning it in overtime. It was a bullcrap game, in my opinion. I thought it was a fluke. I think that the Broncos are going to win this time.
Most definitely. I'm going to have to go with the Broncos.
Alright, next is the NFC Championship game between, we said, the Seahawks and the Panthers. What do you think on that?
I mean, Carolina, it's going to be a close game. Honestly, if they end up in that situation, it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the final seconds. And I'm honestly going to go ahead and say that the Seahawks are going to pull it out.
For sure. I think they, like I said, I think their defensive line is going to be able to contain Russell Wilson. He's not going to go for a whole lot of, he's not going to be able to run the ball as much as he normally does. So, hopefully. Oh my gosh, Uterus. How is he so fast and my guy's so slow? So is mine.
This kid is the
Yes, I guess because he's smaller. That's so not cool. Whatever. But I'm going to go with Seahawks because, wow, my whole last argument made no sense because I said Seahawks can contain Russell Wilson. What I meant to say was they can contain Cam Newton and his running ability. That was a big derp on my part, but whatever.
Here comes the kicker to try to tie this game up.
You see McChunky dive through the line right there. But that brings us Super Bowl. You have the number 1 seed Seahawks and the number 1 seed Broncos. What do you think on that game, Laser?
Broncos and Seahawks?
For our Super Bowl.
Oh, definitely the Broncos. If the Broncos make it that far and don't get upset during the playoffs, I'm more than definitely going to go with the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really handle Peyton Manning. It's just something where it's like, yo, I'm Peyton Manning, I'm going to throw the ball and you can't stop me. That's basically all it is.
I mean, they have such an explosive offense right now, and their defense is definitely not falling too far behind what the offense is doing. I'm just going to go ahead and say that it's going to be...
I mean, the Seahawks are a good team, but I don't think that Russell Wilson's going to be able to keep up with Peyton Manning in the scoring game. Now, something to attribute to the Seahawks would be, hey, look, we have that good D-line. We have that good defense. Their secondary, is their secondary as good as are they like a super great secondary or anything?
I mean, they have an okay secondary. It's not amazing, but they get stuff done whenever they need it there, and it's definitely going to help them in the long run.
Yeah, that's got to be something to watch in my opinion. They are really set up as far as a defense, so you got to really worry about the... I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter, in my opinion. I think that they're going to keep up for a while, but I think they're going to get tired of having to keep up with the offense that is Peyton Manning.
There are 3 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun.
Super Bowl, I have the Broncos winning it all. So
he scrambles. Halfback screen, incomplete.
You can credit that incompletion.
All right, I got forced to punt here, so let's see what happens.
Quarterback get comfortable back there.
He didn't throw a good pass at all.
No, that
he was
under pressure. Unbelievable pressure.
Get over here, you uterus.
He gets out to
How's that nonsense? Whatever.
If you have any questions on what stats are or anything like that,
if there's anything you want us to talk about, football related or not, I have a lot of games we can do different commentaries over. So whenever Maddennkingg comes over a lot, so we can talk about a lot of different things. So put that down in the comments if there's anything you want us to talk about. And I guess that's really it as far as important ball games in our perspective, and college stuff, and NFL in general.
So just let us know what you think about what's going to go on in the playoff situation here in the next few weeks. Leave it in the comments below.
Yeah, leave a like if you like this kind of thing, or we just talk about a certain topic. I might do that as well for another game or two, just a couple of different games. So yeah, leave a like if you like that. Since we still got 4:16 in football time left to duke it out in this game, how about this? What? Leave in the comments. What is your team to win the championship? The not championship, the Super Bowl. Who's gonna end up doing that? Who's gonna make it all the way and win it? Is there any underdogs? And another thing, here, how about this? What is the team to watch? Do you think, like underdog? You know, like somebody. Is there at all a chance that any of these AFC teams could make it all the way? You think, in your opinion, is there any of these teams out of these wildcard teams? The Chiefs, Colts, Chargers, and Bengals.
Definitely going to have to say that the Colts are an underdog in this whole situation. I mean, they did work to get to that wild card spot, but they're definitely an underdog to all the other teams right now.
Yeah, and I would also keep an eye out on the Chargers, because we talked about them, and I don't know if it was the first episode or this one, but we talked about how they can't really perform, you know. They've worked hard for it, but they aren't going to make it all the way. They're a team to watch, in my opinion, because they do have a decent offense, and they might be able to produce something against the Bengals, and then they would go on and play the Patriots. So that might be an interesting game, in my opinion. But moving over to the NFC underdogs. Let's see what we have. Oh my gosh, your guy is untackleable. Sorry. You have the 49ers, the Packers, the Saints, and the Eagles. Now, in my opinion, there's not really any underdogs in that. I mean,
only the Eagles right now.
Yeah, right now, I mean, if you look at that, the Eagles would be the underdogs because, you know, they're the Eagles. They don't do anything.
They did have
all these other teams have been in the
season.
Yeah, just 9-7. Then you have all these different teams that, like in the AFC, you have the Chiefs, who only lost like 3 or 4 games or something like that. The Colts lost only a few games, and all these different teams lost only a few games. And then you have the Broncos and the Patriots, who each lost like 1 or 2. So, okay, oh my God.
No.
Go all the way. Yeah. Make Chunky do his 360 dance and go Bevo. Shake that booty. Alright. Sorry, back on topic. The Eagles, definitely a team to watch in my opinion. They have a pretty explosive offense. And their defense hasn't been terrible. LaShawn McCoy, you know, rushing title this year. Then you got Nick Foles, is his name, right?
Yeah, 7 touchdown passes in his first game as a backup. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
And I guarantee he never really even practiced with the starters until that injury. You don't really expect Vic to get injured that early in the season.
Honestly, after this season, what Foles has done for them, I think that he's going to end up becoming the starter for next year, and they're going to have a lot of good success next year, even though they probably will.
Like, their kind of offense, they're more of a running offense, though, so that could be another thing, you know, that could be, take that as you want. He's so short. That could be another thing. They like that kind of, you know, that running offense, the West Coast offense, where they run the ball more than anything else. And I think that's going to play a big part in deciding who's going to be the starting quarterback. If we talk about Pro Bowl, the Pro Bowl is, you know, the biggest not the biggest game, but you know, it's the most fun game because nobody really tries necessarily on defense. If you look at it, you don't see super hard hits or anything. Their season's over. The season's over for a lot of them, and some of them it's not, and they don't want to get hurt or they might decline playing in the bowl game. But I think if you're in the playoffs, can you play in the bowl game?
Yes.
Yeah, but a lot of people would not want to try so hard. Like, if you watch last year's bowl game, you see all these great players that aren't really doing much on defense, and typically, defensively, they're just screwing around, you know. It's a fun thing. You got elected to the bowl. You got elected to the Pro Bowl, you know. It's a big deal for you at that point in time. So,
I mean, in the Pro Bowl, it's not supposed to be, you know, like a hardcore game. It's supposed to
yeah,
be
that's
more
why the
fun.
scores are like 70-4. I'm just kidding. It's like super high scoring games. You gotta stop me here, bro. Let's go. Don't fake it. Don't be a queer. Dude.
Dude, it's 114 and
We're tied. Kick the freaking ball. It's gotta be a good game.
what is this? Where am I at?
You're on. Click R1. You're on my 44. But
they come out in a punt formation.
What were we even talking about?
He punts it away, and there's no hang time on this one. From the 15.
McChunky. Yeah. Oh no. No.
He's all the way. Touchdown.
All right.
And just like that, it's 6 points.
Thank you guys for watching. This game's basically over. Madden has to go. He's going home to do more stuff. He'll be in some more future commentaries. Thank you guys for watching. I am the master of college ball. Apparently, he can win his little game that he plays of the Madden version. He can stay Maddennkingg for one game. So whatever. Thank you guys for watching, and like we said, leave comments about stuff that you think is gonna happen in playoffs. The championship game, what you want us to talk about, and just other football related stuff. Or
Comments on who you think's gonna make the Pro Bowl.
oh yeah, that too. Who do you think's gonna make Pro Bowl? And which side's gonna win? Which side do you think has a more explosive star lineup?
Definitely.
Shut up. They have a chance. But yeah, AFC's definitely, in our opinion, is probably
Alright,
gonna
so
win.
let's play the game right here, guys.
Last-
Just gonna go ahead
The
and
key here is to keep
throw it up for
stopping the
grabs.
clock. The offense will be keeping the ball near the
And,
sidelines, and if they throw it to the
Yeah,
middle
this
of
is
the
our last
field,
play. He's got to
the
go,
receiver
so we're
better
just
get to
gonna
the first
toss it
down.
out.
They also better watch out for the rush. A sack here would
Alright,
be
well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scouts.